aquatic organism would most likely be found living in a freshwater ecosystem? Coral, frog, starfish, stingray. Which aquatic organism would most likely be found living in a freshwater ecosystem? Oh, aquatic. Oh, freshwater. So I'm looking for something in a lake or a pond. Coral, I know that's right. Coral reef, right? Coral reef. Frog could live in freshwater, could it? I bet it could. All right, starfish. I don't know if starfish live in lakes and ponds. And then stingrays, I've only ever seen them at the beach. All right, I'm going to move on because I think you can figure that one out. Number 4, forest and grassland ecosystems have large amounts of vegetation. That means large amounts of plants, y'all, and provide habitats to many animals. Which feature makes a forest ecosystem different from a grassland ecosystem? Oh, well, forest has more trees. That's kind of duh, right? Forest, more trees, which also means they have more rain because, in order to have trees, you got to have rain. And that's the reason that grasslands don't have trees is because they don't get that much rain. Like grassland's one step up from a desert. All right. And so let's see. So I'm thinking it's going to be, without looking, right? Be slick in predicting. I haven't looked at the choices. So I think if I'm looking for the difference, I would say forests have more rain and more trees, while grassland has less rain and less trees. A forest receives less rainfall. No, that's literally the opposite of what I just said. B, forest ecosystems have large trees. C, a forest ecosystem contains microorganisms. Everything has microorganisms, y'all. I have them inside me, so do you. That's why we're at home right now, because of microorganisms. All right, D, a forest ecosystem is only covered in tall grasses. No, that's a grassland. So y'all figured this one out. And y'all notice that this grasses that's right here goes with D. A forest ecosystem is only covered with tall grasses. Somebody messed that up. It wasn't me. All right, let's go. Number 5, a student listed some features of 2 ecosystems observed during a field study. Which statement correctly identifies the 2 ecosystems? Oh, okay, so let's look at it. Ecosystem X is saltwater and Y is freshwater. I bet we can eliminate just with one fact. It says ecosystem X is a lake. Is that right, y'all? All right, I don't think I need to read anymore because I can see that ecosystem X is a lake, ecosystem X is saltwater. I'm gonna move on. Ecosystem X is an ocean. That could be because it's saltwater. Ecosystem Y is a lake. All right, so it could be that because the salt and fresh match up. Let's go to the next one. Ecosystem X is a pond and Y is an estuary. And that's backwards because a pond would be freshwater and an estuary would be brackish or partly salty. Ecosystem X is an estuary because that could work because it's saltwater, but ecosystem Y is an ocean and that says freshwater. So now there's only one possible answer that could be right. And I believe in y'all. All right, number 6 says, Laura created a model of a land-based ecosystem for her science project. In her model, she included photographs of black bear, deer, ferns, and shrubs. Y'all, I know this one. Which land-based ecosystem did Laura create? If it had black bear in it, you already know the answer to this one. All right, you know it. Do I need to read it? Grassland, desert, deciduous forest, tropical rainforest. Grassland, desert, deciduous forest, tropical rainforest. And that black bear is your clue right there, y'all. Number 7, a student organized a few organisms into 2 groups. Which statement best describes the organisms in the 2 groups? All right, group A has snake, rabbit, bison, prairie dog. What should we be thinking? If it has bison and prairie dog, y'all know what that is, don't you? All right, group B says duck, beaver, octopus, jellyfish. I feel like ducks and beavers are usually freshwater, while octopus and jellyfish are usually saltwater. So the only thing that's the same about them is aquatic, because neither one is salty or fresh, right? Because ducks and beavers are fresh and octopus and jellyfish are salty. So, snake, rabbit, bison, prairie dog. All right, group A lives in the grasslands. That's true. And then And then next one, animals in group B live in the forest. Octopus and jellyfish live in the forest. All right, let's go to B. Animals in group A live in the forest. Snake, rabbit, bison, prairie dog. Y'all know I wouldn't say that because, bison is definitely a grassland. All right, let's go animal. So let's go to C. Animals in group A live in aquatic. Snake, rabbit, bison, prairie dog. The only one of those that lives in aquatic is a snake. I'm going to stop there. And last one says group A live in terrestrial. Snake, rabbit, bison, prairie dog. While group B lives in aquatic. All right, y'all figured that one out. All right, number 8. Which statement correctly describes a rainforest ecosystem? A. They have very little rainfall. Does a rainforest have very little rainfall? Oh, what? It's a rainforest. B. They have land covered with tall grasses. What does that sound like to you? C. They have limited types of plants and animals. Or D. They have many plants and a variety of animals. Y'all remember Miss Godfrey's rule, which I don't say that much about it, but when it comes to terrestrial ecosystems and biodiversity, the ones that get the most water have the most biodiversity. The wetter, the better. All right, number 9. What is a common feature between an estuary and an ocean ecosystem? A. Both are freshwater. Is that true? B. Both are deep water. Is that true? C. Both contain different plants and animals at different depths. D. Both contain a deep bottom zone where sunlight does not reach. I think only the ocean is deep enough to have no sunlight, y'all. So I think there's only one of those that can be right. And, oh no, there's another question. All right. Oh, there's so many on this one. It goes all the way to 11. All right, let's do this one. Forest and grassland ecosystems have large amounts of vegetation and provide habitats to many animals. Which feature makes a forest ecosystem different from grassland? Forest receives less rainfall. No, because that's why they have trees. They have more rain. B, a forest ecosystem is only covered with tall grasses. Well, if so, then why do they have a thing called a grassland if a forest is the one with totally tall grasses? C, a forest ecosystem contains microorganisms. And D, a forest ecosystem contains tall trees. Y'all, you know this one. I'm going to move on. Moira's family, number 11, owns a maple syrup producing farm. And her home is surrounded by maple trees. In which type of land does she live, y'all? Yes, she got maple trees all up at her house. Would that be an Arctic tundra? Would that be a deciduous forest? Would that be a desert or a tropical rainforest? I believe in you. You got that one. All right, don't forget, you can slow down, you can stop, you can rewind to make sure that you get your answers right. When you put your answers into Mastery Connect, they better be green, baby, green, because I'm right here helping you. All right, love y'all. Be safe.